What's going on, guys? This is PG here, and this is our brand new build. The channel has been quiet for a little while, and that is because my old computer decided to take a shit on me, and I had to, well, basically I just got a new computer, did some reinstalling. Not that important. What is important is that while the channel could not be fucked with, I was definitely still playing Dark Souls, and this is our new build. Um, Pretty solid build. People that played Dark Souls 1 might realize what kind of build this is. This is a hunter build. That being said, this is not a hunter build as in I'm the starting class of a hunter and I'm fucking shooting arrows at people and shit like that. This is a sheer invasion build, meaning the sole purpose of this build is to come into someone's world and do massive amounts of damage to them very quickly. So, as you can see, we are fighting, I didn't really read his name when he came in. Anyway, we're pretty much trading with this guy just a little bit, waiting on good openings. We have a good thrust weapon. I'm not taking advantage of the Leo ring in this video, mainly because in past testing of the Leo ring, it's a real hit and miss type of, like a little tool, like a little bonus tool. At some points you do double damage, and then at other points you literally do maybe 2 extra damage. So that's really not worth it. So that being said, this build has... Oh shit, let's see. Oh, insane partially. GG to you. You invaded me at a pretty shit time for you, I guess. But yeah, I think this build has, let's see, 3 primary weapons. We have that little stinger right there. We have the claymore and oh, I think it's the looking glass sword, the looking glass knight sword. That's, I think it's called like the barbed gray sword or some shit like that. I really don't remember. Anyway, let's talk armor here real quick. The armor for this build is all unique. The shield I'm using is the magic shield. I showed it to you guys earlier at the opening of the video. This shield blocks 96% of all magic damage, to include a, I think, 0.8 bonus that I have on it for whatever reason. So pretty much 96% of all my damage is just sheerly gone from getting hit by spells, which is wonderful. The armor I'm using is actually what inspired my build a little bit. It is a piece of armor in the game that I did not know existed. I will talk about that here in a second, but first off, this is my buddy Mike, a good friend of mine. Knew him way before the channel ever started. He is a really big Dark Souls fan, both of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. He is no stranger to the game. This is one of his new builds he set up. As you can see, this first match is a little laggy. I do include, this is a straight video by the way, which means I include dead time and time in which I'm messaging him and shit like that. So this is really a stress test video for my new computer and the new version of the processing I'm using to see if I can make these videos a little bit nicer for you guys. I was well aware of that border problem we were having where I was uploading flat videos that were completely fine when I loaded them, and then when they went onto YouTube, they have that stupid border all the way around them. Anyway, let's go back to armor here real quick. So I'm wearing the Red Lion Warrior armor. That being said, this has to be the hardest goddamn piece of armor I have got in the entire time I've played any of the Dark Souls series, to include Demon Souls. This piece of armor was so frustrating to get. I went through, let's see, 2 bonfire ascetics. You'll see later when I fuck off in my inventory, I have a shitload of weapons from the lion guys. So basically, I was killing the lions what area is that? I can't even... The area where you fight the scorpion chick that's a ripoff of Quailana. Or no, Quailag. And so basically Quailag 2.0 boss was the area I was in, and you fight those lion warriors. I was well aware that you could get their armor set. What I was not aware of is that red, or well, he's not red. The lion warrior, the specialty warrior, drops a special piece of armor, and that is the armor I'm wearing right now on my chest piece. It is the only piece of armor he drops, or at least that's what I was thinking. It turns out he also drops a headpiece. It is not specific to him. It is also not labeled Red Lion Warrior headpiece or anything like that. I don't even think I showed in the video. It's like a little red, or it's a little silver pendant thing that chains to your guy's face. Basically, all of the lion wear reduces fall damage, which is a huge thing if you're a red in someone's world. Fall damage could be the difference between showing up to a fight and being ready to actually attack and do a good fight, and showing up with half your health already gone and getting smashed on by a boss. Or not a boss, a fucking host. So, anyway, this magic shield, as you see, he just shot. This is a magic build, by the way. I really should have warned him that I was using all this cool shit that blocks magic. But I kind of just wanted to test my build out a little bit. That's all this really is. As you can see, he told me later on, you'll see it in the messages, he's actually using unupgraded weapons. He's really just focusing on his casting times and what times are better to attack and things like that. Which for a mage build really is the difference between effectiveness and dying. So anyway, we are pretty much magic proof, I would say. Not 100%, of course. But when I have great magic barrier on, I take, I would say 60% of the damage instead of 100%. As well as having, what is it? Yeah, the magic shield. That's going to block a shitload of magic. So basically, when I get hit with both my magic barrier and my magic shield, I think I'm taking like maybe 5% of the normal damage I should be taking, which is really awesome. The shield, the magic shield, is also very small, which means it's great for parrying. And there's something about the shield that I have not shown off, and I'm not going to show it off in this video, mainly because my friend is trying to learn his castings and things like that. And that is that if I parry when being hit with a spell, I can parry the spell back at the caster, meaning his big spells, I could be shooting them back at him. That's something I practiced a little bit in the arena, because of course this guy is going to be a red. Oh, look at that. That guy just popped in while I was sending a message. Anyway, so we have a couple different weapons I'm going to show off in the video. This is the overall armor set for my build, though. That being said, I do switch out the shadow leggings for the feline boots. I do that every once in a while in the arena. It's kind of just a look thing. If I know that I'm going to be seen outside of red form, red phantom form, I should say. If I know I'm going to be seen outside of that, yeah, I'll fucking switch to the shadow leggings that also have the cool little cat leg type deals at the bottom, the hooked feet. And I think that looks really cool because, as I said before, this guy was inspired by the Red Lion Warrior. I made him all red, even his hair. He's a really creepy build. I'll show that off at the very end of the video, like a little up close of this guy. And this guy, wow, what a bitch. Doughboy Fresh 53, whatever the fuck that means. Way to finish a duel. Anyway, as I was saying, so he was inspired by the Red Lion Warrior. Really did like the concept of it. It was an actual armor piece in the game that I did not know about. And so once I read about it, I was already kind of talking about doing a hunter style build. Now, hunter style builds are kind of looked down on. And of course, the reason for that is a hunter style build is meant for one thing and one thing only. It is to come in and kill the host as fast as possible. You don't bow, you don't wait for them to finish fighting whoever they're fighting. You're not there to be nice, you're not there to make friends. You come in, you deal massive amounts of damage, possibly poison the host, and you kill them. That's it. That's the entire point to the build. It's efficiency, it's effectiveness. It's not about being friends. So right now, when I'm letting my friend here summon me and I'm dueling with my friend here, it's all just kind of I can't even really think of the word for it right now, but it's kind of just a respect thing. I mean, I'm testing out my build, he's testing out his build. There's no harm in it. I really, it's one of those things where neither of us is really sitting here trying like their hardest to win this fight. We're both having fun and we're just kind of fucking around. So basically right now, I think this is the match where I decide that I'm going to stop using the buffs. Mainly because I don't want to get overly reliant on buffing. I realize that a lot of people that can buff their weapons, that's all they do. They're actually willing to get hit. Like, basically, they buff while they know you're running up to attack them. And they're so worried about buffing that they won't attack. They'll actually just kind of wait and buff their weapon and let you hit them because that buff is so important to them. And that's not the kind of build I want to have. I would much rather have a build that isn't reliant or dependent on any outside source to be effective. But that being said, by the way, this guy's so fucking rude. He just comes right into the arena and starts trying to fuck with my friend. Anyway. We're just going to continue fighting like nothing happened. I'm trying to tell him that we're going to heal. Or no, I want him to heal. So as you can see, I come back here. I'm like, dude, heal. Because he definitely got hit by that. So as you can see, even when I do get hit with magic, it really doesn't fuck me up that bad. I think the magic rating on this armor is actually pretty good. I'm trying to get him to heal. There really should be a fake, taunt or cheer or whatever it's called that's hints towards the host healing, like maybe like a fake sip or something like that. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, I don't want to have a build that's overly dependent on buffs. That being said, as a hunter build, I'm fully prepared and know that most of the time when I invade, it isn't going to be a fair fight. It's going to be a 2-on-1. It's going to be a 3-on-1. It's going to be a host that runs away and heals. So that is why I have Great Heal. Basically, Great Heal only took, what is the number? I think it's 28 faith to cast. And if I'm not mistaken, it takes 36 faith to use Sunlight Blade. So some of you guys who looked at my stats earlier on in the video are kind of wondering why I only have 28 faith, yet I can use Sunlight Blade. And that's thanks to Skeptic Spice. I used pretty much the entire amount that you get throughout the entire game, and I dulled Sunlight Blade down until I could use it at my weak little faith level, which was, yeah, I'm pretty sure I stopped it exactly at 28. So the other guy that I'm messaging here, he's one of the blues I think that invaded me well before my friend messaged me and asked for a couple matches to test his build out. Obviously he has a second language kind of a barrier going on, but his English is surprisingly good. I've dealt with people from Mexico, Brazil, even some parts of the UK where English isn't the best language for them. And so, of course, there's always that language barrier where you're trying to tell someone that you want to fight them again, or that you like their build, or that they're, they have severely bad lag. And you want to tell them these things, but, you got that language barrier there. So this guy messaged me, and he had told me, hey, you're really good. I had told him, hey, you did really good once you found out what my patterns were. And, from then, I don't know, I think we sent like maybe 8 or 9 messages back, and he ends up asking me what's going on with my YouTube channel and things like that. It's weird actually. I don't get very much recognition when it comes to my actual characters or anything like that. It's actually people like when I fight them and when I beat them that they'll message me or I'll message them, send a GG, and end up talking, and they'll end up asking me if I have a channel or if I'm on Twitch or anything like that. I have no wants to get on Twitch. That's kind of a crazier scene to me. Not something I entirely want. But it's kind of nice just to kind of be able to tell people, yeah, hey, if you think I'm good, or if you want to be in a video, or hey, I think you're really good and I'd love to have a couple matches with you recorded. It's always really nice to be able to have that option as an uploader, I guess. Basically, we just got invaded, and here's something cool I wanted to show you guys. We're using the Claymore, of course. I just equipped Sunlight Blade, and if you can't really hear it too well because my stupid voice, but changing into this pot has silenced my weapon. So we see our blue over there, and he did not know that we had a buff. He was fully prepared to fight a mage type that was going to be casting at him. So he was running up to try to prevent me from casting, and didn't know that we had pretty much a buffed Claymore already halfway swung. So that guy went down really easy. Just one of the more sneaky things that you can do when you're using a build like this. Gonna go ahead, eat some of that just in case. It's kind of funny. I don't think my buddy Mike realized that I was killing invaders while in between matches with him. But I don't know, he can see it now. God, I can't remember. I believe there were a series of matches I had right after recording. I wish I could remember this guy's name. He was a really good dual katana user. I really wish I could remember his name. But I think I'm going to try to do a series of matches with him. I sent him a message and asked him if he was interested. But anyway, guys, let me know if you like the quality of the video, if this quality of video is a lot better for you guys. Just looking at it right now, it looks good, so I'm hoping during the computer to YouTube process I don't end up with that stupid border effect again. That shit's really been frustrating. I've changed a couple different aspects to my my uploading device, my capture device. That being said, I also updated like 2 or 3 different parts to it. All of these are really nice benefits you have when working with a newer computer. I really do like this new computer though. CC, if you guys remember CC, he helped me through the walkthrough, and we did Pacific Rim with CC, and we did, God, what was it? Goat Simulator with him as well. He's the one that helped me pick this computer out, so we got to give him a big thanks. I do like the piece of this video. I don't really know how to put it. I like that this is all one chunk. It makes it so that you guys can kind of see exactly what I do instead of just seeing random snippets of me coming into rooms, fighting people, and leaving. You guys get to see me kind of fucking around, messaging people, having fun, getting bored, and fucking with my inventory constantly because I don't know why. I think it's really an experience level thing with like people that have played Dark Souls and Demon Souls, for some reason, we all kind of have this weird not nervousness, just kind of constant insecurity about what we do and don't have equipped. So we always kind of look in our inventory, look at our rings, look at our armor, switch up a weapon or two, look at a certain type of fighting style, and we always kind of fuck with things, switching rings out, things like that. And you'll see that I do that like I think 4 fucking times throughout the video. I can't help myself. I always fuck with my stuff. I like to rearrange things. I like to see what style I should be doing, what other things I can have equipped. I was gonna be a dick. I was looking at that corrosive urn and I was like, he's wearing some low durability armor. I could probably break his armor with 1 or 2. And then I was like, nah, that's really fucking mean. I shouldn't do that. Anyway, we're using the Claymore now, which means I'm switching from my red tier stone ring to my 3rd dragon ring. Also, oh god damn it, who was it? It was one of my buddies had mentioned that none of my builds have the +2 ring for Chloranthy, Steel Protection, and Ring of Blades. So with my Hunter build, I went ahead and got all 3 of those. You'll see it at the beginning of the video. I show that to you guys. They're really easy to get. They don't make a huge margin of difference, so they're not something I ever bothered wasting bonfire aesthetics to get. But because somebody wanted to bring it up that I just really hadn't ever done it, and it came into question whether or not I could, I just wanted to show real quick. It was really easy. Unfortunately, my computer was down and I hadn't bought a new one yet. Otherwise, I would have just recorded that for you guys. Anyway, so we're still dueling with my buddy Mike here. We're still dealing with these random blues that keep coming in. I had no idea this was such a high traffic area for the blue invaders. I mean, I know their little den is up there with what the fuck's that guy's name? The asshole that leads the Blue Covenant that's really annoying. Anyway, that guy, of course, leader of the Blues, and then you got the Blue Sentinels that fight up there in that little area past the boss. So I guess it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, you would think they would invade in a more high-level area. That being said, I showed you guys right there, just real quick, that I had a bunch of the Lion Warrior bracelets, I think they're called. I think I have 4 complete sets of the Lion armor, to include 4 of their shields, 3 or 4 of their great axes, but only 1 headpiece and only 1 piece of Red Lion armor. So I am really happy that I managed to get this. Like, you guys have no idea. It took a good solid 2 hours of farming to get this. And I know there's some asshole out there that got this like first try with no item enhancements, like no Gold Covenant Surface Ring or Prison Tatters or anything like that. So fuck that guy. This shit took me a lot of time, but I'm super happy I got it, seeing how I based my build off the Red Lions. I was originally going to use their axe, but I kind of hate the axe style builds in this game. The axe moveset is just super predictable to me, and it's almost like maces. People that use maces and people that use axes, they're not very threatening. They're very weak. They're very what's the word for it? Underwhelming. That's the best way to put it. Very underwhelming builds. Not that they can't do massive damage. They definitely can, especially if you fall into one of the combos they can do. But at the same time, very underwhelming. The range is short. The moveset is just unimpressive. All around, it's one of those things where they could have done so much more with it. And I really wish they would have. especially with all the cool designs they put in and shit like that that they did with the axes. It would have been nice if they'd given him a much nicer move set. Uh, in the beginning phases of this build, I was dressed as a pyromancer. I got invaded a couple times at a low level, I was dressed like a pyromancer, but of course I'm a cleric, so that definitely threw people off. That was pretty funny to me. And I don't know. I just the pyromancer's hand axe is one of the weapons I think has the only really good move set to it. You'll notice that the other axes have a more of a twisting motion when you're using them instead of like a forward chop. I feel like most the axe style weapons should probably have the move set of the butcher's knife. Maybe that's a little too much, I'm not sure, but I think it would be really nice. Something better. So anyway, like I was saying, axe style weapons and mace style weapons are just underwhelming build types. I'm sure I've lost to each style, but not consecutively and not noticeably enough that I remember any of it. Um, Honestly, I just don't like them. Maybe in the future I will make a build that rocks an axe and a mace or something like that. I really hope I don't though. Castro is enough of a burden to me. Um, like I love Castro, of course. Playing that build so fucking much, walking through the entire game with him, you kind of fall in love with the character you make. But oh my God, do I hate using magic. The move cycling, the aspect of deciding to be huge and slow or quick and fast and weak really sucks. So anyway, guys, we have used the stinger, we have used the claymore, and now we're going to use the thorned greatsword that the looking glass knight has. So basically, I showed you guys all the weapons. I showed off the shield. I showed off our buff. I showed off pretty much every aspect of the build. We have some throwing knives I used. Used my crossbow to get a kill. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I've shown off just about every aspect to this build. I do like how quick this fucking sword is. We even have really good parameters for this weapon. It does a pretty damn good amount of damage. Like, look at that. That's pretty fucking good. Especially when you include that lightning damage. I don't really think there's too many armor sets in the game that give you good lightning defense either. Obviously, my build does not rock very much defense. And that's why, of course, I'm a fucking hunter build. I have a bunch of agility. I'm not really worried too much about tanking hits or trading shots with people. This is just an attack style build. I'm definitely going to have a video later on that's going to showcase the vicious side to this build. And hopefully that's something people can appreciate. Yeah, look at all these goddamn lion great axes. Holy shit, fucking 5 of them. And that's a rarer drop from those guys. They drop their armor and their shields a lot, but they don't drop their axes very much. And I think I've already given away like 2 sets of lion armor because a friend of mine said that he had never even seen it before, so I just gave him one, and then he was wearing it, and we had some other dude in the room, and I just gave him a set too. The lion armor is not great. The red lion armor doesn't have the best stats, but it fucking looks cool. It's a rare piece of armor, and I fucking fought to get this for so long that I love it. And overall, I like the look of my build, especially when I'm in all red form here as a summon. So I'm looking forward to giving you guys lots of invasions, which means I have a lot of time to spend in the arena getting a bunch of goddamn cracked red eye orbs so that I can just do like another solid 20-30 minute block of invasions, and you guys can see me consecutively fight and just kind of have fun. So he does have more than just magic. As you guys saw, he has magic and low faith style hexes, which is pretty good. There's no way around it. I didn't feel confident blocking his hexes, so I went back to my original style of dealing with any kind of mage build, and that is to just dodge. All spells are really easy to dodge. You saw me do it multiple times here. You see me do it 100 times in 100 different videos. When it comes to hexes, I do not feel confident blocking them with this little shield for some reason. I always feel like they're going to do a shitload of damage. And right here, I realize he's going in for quick attack, so I switched to bare hands to finish it. That is also kind of an old school method. It's also pretty fun. As you could see, it was really effective. I was doing like 200 a shot. But here's our terrifying build here. This is our hunter. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like.